If you're anything like everyone else, you've probably tried to adopt that hardcore David Goggins mentality. Grind till you drop, work through the pain, or push yourself to the limit. But if you're anything like me, it probably didn't work the way you imagined. In this video, I'm going to share how a simple high school dance, yes, a dance, taught me a life-changing lesson about success and why the most successful people in history are so good at what they do and how they are able to outwork everybody. By the end, you'll understand how you can outwork everyone around you, just like success stories you look up to, without relying on discipline or motivation. So if this sounds interesting, let's get into it. The illusion of discipline. Discipline is what everyone says you need, right? If you don't feel like it, just do it anyways. Push yourself through the discomfort. But eventually, things will start to feel easier. That's the theory. But here's the truth. Discipline isn't sustainable if you're forcing yourself to do something that doesn't align with who you really are. Our brains are built to conserve energy, always searching for the easiest, most rewarding path. That's how humans evolved to survive, by minimizing effort. So when we force ourselves into roles or habits that don't fit us, it becomes exhausting. Natural talents and why they matter. What most people don't realize is that every one of us has natural strengths, things that feel almost effortless. Some people are naturally competitive or curious, while others are reliable and responsible. Even traits that seem negative, like stubbornness or anxiety, can turn into assets in the right environment. And here's the kicker. When you try to go against your natural strengths, you struggle. This is where my story begins. Learning the hard way. My first dance. It was my first high school dance. I'd built up in my head for days. All my friends were excited, and they just couldn't wait to meet new people and dance and maybe even talk to someone special. I thought, okay, this is it. I'm gonna walk in, talk to the first girl I see, and it's all gonna click. Yeah, it didn't go exactly like that. I walked up to the first girl I saw, heart pounding, and managed to say something. I can't even remember what I said, but from the moment I opened my mouth, my mind was screaming, "This isn't you." It felt like an uphill battle, every second dragging by. I thought if I kept going, it would eventually get easier. But it didn't. Meanwhile, my friends were having the time of their lives, laughing, dancing, and making new memories, like it was the easiest thing in the world. I wanted to enjoy it too, but deep down, I knew this wasn't my moment. That night, I learned something important. I don't have to force myself to fit in to someone else's experience. Just because my friends were having fun doesn't mean I had to do the same thing, the same way, at the same time. It wasn't a failure, it was a sign. I wasn't ready yet, and that was okay. The power of learning and your strengths. That night taught me something I'll never forget. When you force yourself into situations that don't align with who you are, no amount of discipline will make it easier. It's like trying to push a boulder uphill. Sure, you could do it for a while, but it's exhausting. But when you find what you're naturally good at, whether it's writing, problem solving, or building relationships, that boulder suddenly starts rolling downhill. Effort doesn't disappear, but it feels different. You enjoy the process more, and that makes discipline manageable. How to outwork everyone the right way. This is the real secret to outworking everyone. When you play to your strengths, you naturally outperform others who are forcing themselves down the wrong path. Take Muggsy Bogues, for example. At 5'3", he was the shortest player in NBA history, but instead of focusing on what he lacked, like height, he leaned into what he was good at, speed and defense. Sure, he worked hard, but he worked smart by building on his strengths, not chasing someone else's. The freedom to choose your own path. Here's the thing in school. We're all graded on the same tests, even in subjects that don't align with our strengths. But in life, you get to choose which tests you take. The key to real success is to design your life around your strengths. When you do that, you'll not only survive, you'll thrive, and suddenly the discipline that felt impossible becomes second nature. So if you've been forcing yourself to do something that doesn't feel right, take a moment to pause. You don't have to fit into anyone else's timeline. Find out what aligns with who you are, and the success will come naturally. If this message resonated with you, hit that like button and share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe for more insights. Life is too short to force yourself down the wrong path. Choose the one that feels right, and the rest will follow. Remember, be careful with your time, use it wisely.